wake up, it's the first of the month. Get up, it's the first of the month. Wake up, it's the first of the month. Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby 3. This is the Mr. Hornsby 3 show, and I am back from my hiatus here on YouTube. First of all, let me say Happy New Year to everybody. And I did announce in the video Sunday that I was coming back today, so. But today I am going to be doing my 2025 prediction. Now, I don't do this every single year. I'll do it every once in a while. I don't always do 2025 predictions. Usually I'll either do New Year's resolution stuff or any of that, but we got some 2025 predictions. And I'm going to get started with that right now. If you like this video, please like the video. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe for more now. Unfortunately, I lost a subscriber the other day, so I don't know why. Maybe they didn't like that I took such a long hiatus, I don't know. But I'm back, fully starting today. I'll be back doing weekly videos 3 times a week, sometimes 2 times a week, like this week. And like I said, today is my 2025 prediction show. So I'm going to start off with one that I'm pretty biased about because this is something that's close to my heart. And I am going to predict that next week during Black Friday in the NFL, my Indianapolis Colts are finally going to fire Chris Ballard, are finally going to fire Gus Bradley, and they're probably going to relieve some other players who didn't perform too well this year. Probably going to relieve them of their duties starting next week. Possibly Shane Steichen might be fired. Now, I don't know if I'm in the minority of this or not, but I'm going to say, and the reason why I predict if Ballard's going to be fired is because look what happened last Sunday. It was atrocious. We made the freaking Giants look good. By the way, this is the last time I'll be drinking a lot of these for the year because I go back to the gym next week. Anyway, not to mention, this has been 8 years, 2 playoff berths, no division championships, no major league superstar players have been developed in this team in the Chris Ballard era, so it's time for him to go. Gus Bradley needs to be fired because he's a terrible defensive coordinator. We have not been top 10 defense since, and unfortunately, I hate to say this, we have not been near the top 10 defense since frickin' Eberflus. And Eberflus was not a great coordinator either, but we have not been top. But I also feel like Jim Bob Cooter should be fired too because we got Anthony Richardson in 2023. He's a developmental guy, and he hasn't developed too well yet. Now, how the heck, what are these guys doing? Steichen's not doing nothing. Jim Bob Cooter's not doing nothing to help this kid grow. What are we doing? So, prediction, Chris Ballard gets fired, Gus Bradley gets fired, possibly Jim Bob Cooter, and possibly frickin' Shane Steichen. Now, we are a little bit better on offense than we were defense this year, so maybe that'll help Jim Bob Cooter. My next prediction, gonna be a couple wrestling ones, and then I'll move on from wrestling, talk about games and all that stuff. My next prediction is finally, after 2 really bad years, Tony Khan's going to get his head out of his ass, and he is going to realize that AEW has been bad the past couple of years. Weekly TV has been terrible, and I know because I've watched almost every week of AEW since AEW started, and these past couple years they've been really bad. I'd have to say last year was probably the worst year for AEW in AEW's existence thus far. But they still got their new deal with freaking Warner Discovery and all that, and they're going to be premiering on HBO Max and all that tonight. with the new show. Another prediction for AEW, then I'll get into a couple WWE ones, and then I'll move on to the gaming stuff and all that. Next prediction for AEW is maybe Tony Khan brings Shane McMahon in to be a consultant or a head writer, or bring him in some kind of business capacity to try to help this company get back on its feet and get back where it was a couple years ago, because these past couple years, it started pretty much in 2022 when they had an up and down year. That continued in 2023, and then toward the end of 2023, they started going way downhill. And in 2024, oh my God, they had that run of good shows early 2024, and then that was it. Since then, the show has been hard to watch. Weekly, that and Collision. And the only reason why I still watch is because they're another wrestling company on a big network. But yeah, hopefully now. But with Tony Khan's most recent comments about the Jack Perry footage of freaking him and CM Punk, I don't know. I'm starting to lose hope for AEW. I really am. And I'm not one of these people that's going to go out there and rant and bash it and say, because there are some weeks where they have good shows, but then a lot of the shows these past year has been terrible. But they have had some good shows in between those bad shows. So, I don't know. But maybe they get Shane McMahon in as a consultant to get this company back on the right track and get it to be a true competitor to WWE. But you never know. TNA is probably better competitor than the freaking AEW is right now, and that's pretty bad. They're on Access while AEW's on TBS and TNT and all that stuff. Seriously. Alright. Now let's get to some WWE predictions. I predict, because next week Raw is moving to Netflix. And the reason why I'm predicting this, I got a good reason why I'm predicting this, but I predict Raw's ratings ain't going to be as good as they were before they left USA. And the reason why is because look what happened years ago during the boom period with the Attitude Era, and how when they went from USA to TNN, they struggled getting the numbers they did. Now they did start getting the numbers back, and then by the time they started getting the numbers back, that's when WWE was starting to change their philosophy again. And we were getting ready to see the end of big stars like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and all that, you know, the big name guys in the WWF at that time. Now, the reason why I also feel like it's going to lose ratings, because people's not going to be compelled to watch it live on Monday nights, because if it's on Netflix and they keep it on there, they can go watch it anytime they want. On Netflix, they don't even have to watch it on Monday. They can even be like, well, there's a day there's nothing on, and somebody decides to go on Netflix and watch WWE Raw. That's why I'm predicting the numbers are going to drop with Raw when it goes to Netflix next week. No matter how good the show is, people's viewing habits are going to be used to it being on USA. And the fact that Netflix is a streaming platform where you could probably watch a Raw every single freaking week. No matter what time of day you want to, or no matter when you watch it or whatever. People aren't going to be compelled to watch it. Well, I could watch it tomorrow. Or I could watch it at the end of the week when I have time to sit down and relax and enjoy it. Now, I'm hoping that's not what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. That's why I'm predicting this. And like I said, it's because of what happened when they moved from USA years ago to TNN at the end of 2000. The numbers took big hits. And right when they were getting their stride back, that's when it was getting close to the end of the Attitude Era. So, yeah. And like I said, the Raw product's been good lately from what I've been hearing. I haven't watched Raw because, you know, it was 3 hours and, you know, but, and apparently SmackDown's moving to 3 hours. Oh, God. SmackDown. Oh, boy. Well, at least there'll still be something for people to. Well, at least my son can still watch SmackDown after we watch the movies on movie nights. But yeah. Also predicting that WWE is going to see the error of their ways, and they're going to change all their freaking belts again. Maybe not some of the Raw titles or whatnot. But I think WWE is going to get rid of their current WWE Championship. And because of everybody wanting it so badly, they're going to bring back the Winged Eagle. It's going to be a modified Winged Eagle with the new network logo and all that gibberish and blah, blah, blah. Especially with the popularity starting. How many people could say they did not tune in to Saturday Night Main Event just to see the freaking Winged Eagle be brought back? Honestly. Not to mention it was nice here Jesse Ventura once again hosting a Saturday Night Main Event. That was great. Anyway, but I'm going to predict we're going to get the Winged Eagle back. Although, it's not my preferred title. I do like the belt, and I didn't expect to mark out as much as other people did when they seen it, even though it was a replica belt. Because I'm a Big Eagle fan. I love the Big Eagle belt better than I do the Winged Eagle. But that's besides the point. I actually marked out when Cody Rhodes undid his frickin' jacket and you see the Winged Eagle on his waist. Imagine if that's Big Eagle. I'd frickin' be bouncing off the walls. So yeah, I'm also going to predict one more thing for WWE, and that is that WWE will finally induct Psycho Sid, Lex Luger, and Demolition into the Hall of Fame this year. They're going to induct them back in the Hall of Fame. And then we can get new Demolition figures. Yes. From Mattel. Speaking of figures, I went to look for that new Legend Wave today at the Target I'm an ambassador at, which I'll be there tomorrow too. And the Target out here where I live, and I still ain't found them. They're either going to be here probably the middle of the month or something like that, so I don't know. I couldn't even find them to pre-order them off of the frickin' Target website. But anyway. Alright. Now let's move on to some other gaming. Let's move on from wrestling, let's go to gaming. So my predictions really revolve around one game this year. I'm pretty sure you all know what game it is. It just won most anticipated game for 2025 at the Game Awards. Even though I'm starting to think the Game Awards is pretty much a joke and it's a frickin' pretty much a trailer show. They don't even give that much attention to the award winners or nothing like that. It's all about the trailers, which I was hoping we'd get a GTA 6 trailer at the Game Awards. That didn't happen. I was like, alright, well, that's fine. And that's not the reason why I didn't like it. Yeah, they did announce a new Turok game. Yeah, they did announce they're bringing back Virtual Fighter. But the last two times they tried to revive those games, they didn't do so well. So we'll see how it goes. They also revealed a couple other games, like some new games that are coming out. They look pretty good going into 2025. Well, now this year. But the game I'm doing predictions on today is GTA 6. And now I'm not going to do this nonsense where, because they put a certain thing in a tease for a freaking DLC in GTA 5, I'm going to predict that that's when they're putting the date out. Not one of those clickbaiters that make up fake dates like January 27th. Or not January 27th, December 27th, when supposedly the next GTA 6 trailer was going to come out. But I am predicting that either this month or in the next couple of months, we're going to get the new GTA 6 trailer. And if we don't get it then, maybe May. If we don't get it then maybe it's going to be delayed till next year. Who knows? But I don't know. I'm not claiming to be an insider. I'm not claiming I have sources or anything in Rockstar or any of that BS that all these clickbaiters do, because I'm not that type of person. I'm not a clickbaiting person. So yeah. So yeah, I think either this month or the next couple months after this month or May, we might get the new trailer for GTA 6. If it's still coming out this year. They may delay it till next year. Who knows? Which will probably win most anticipated game again next year at the Game Awards. But yeah, I'm predicting that GTA 6 is gonna get the trailer either this month, next couple months, or in May. We'll have to wait and see. Whenever they feel like putting it out, that's when Rockstar put it out. But yeah, I'm gonna predict also with gaming that WWE 2K20, that 2K realizes all the mistakes they made with 2K24 and they fix all of them for 2K25. And we may get another announcement on when the next AEW game will be coming out this year, probably. Those are just predictions. Alright. Now let's get into TV shows and that. So my first prediction is probably going to be a long shot. I'm going to watch it when it comes out at the end of this month, but I prefer something else animated be out this month than that. But the trailer for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man just came out, I don't know, a couple days ago. I'm going to predict that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man after one season will be canceled. And once it's canceled, Marvel will announce the return of Spider-Man the Animated Series. That's probably a long shot. And sometimes I do silly freaking, like last year I predicted Jazzwares. I predicted that AEW was going to say, we're going to have Jazzwares make our figures. Being silly. But, yeah. I'm predicting we're going to get the cancellation of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And we're going to get the return of Spider-Man the Animated Series. X-Men 97 was a big success last year. That show was awesome. Sucks we gotta wait till next year to get the next season of frickin' of X-Men 97. All because of this Bo DeMaio drama. So, gotta wait till next year to get the new season of X-Men 97. Also gonna predict, especially after seeing that they had such bad numbers this past season and for the holiday special and that, I'm going to predict Doctor Who, unfortunately, will get canceled and put on ice for another 20 years. Because ever since 2005, Doctor Who has been around, and it's been around for a long time. And I don't think it's necessarily the fact. I could be this too. I mean, bad writings accounted for it, but ever since the Matt Smith, David Tennant run, I guess you could say somewhat of the Capaldi run, Doctor Who has not really been doing so well in the ratings or anything like that. I mean, the Jodie seasons weren't that popular. The seasons with this new guy ain't that popular. And, a lot of people attribute it to a lot of reasons. One reason being that the show isn't British enough anymore. Which, I can see that. I see the earlier Doctor Who from 2005 all the way till toward the end of Capaldi's run. And yeah, it's not as British as it once was when the frickin' show first started. So, yeah. And a lot of that is because of the popularity it gained in America. I mean, even I think even the Chris Eccleston's episodes were pretty popular. A lot of people still like Chris Eccleston. But he only did one season, and then they replaced him with David Tennant. One sec. Still got a fly problem, because frickin' winter did not freeze these frickin' crappy insects out. Anyway. Also gonna predict we are finally, it's been 2 years since the last show aired its final episode. We are finally going to hear news, whether it's good or bad, about the two Sons of Anarchy, the other two Sons of Anarchy spin-off shows, which is First Nine, and then I don't know what the other one's supposed to be called, but that one's supposed to focus on Jax's sons joining the Sons. So, whether it's good or bad news, we're going to get news on a new season on the new spin-off shows that are supposed to happen. First Nine and the one with Jax's sons. So we'll see how that plays out. What else? Also got to reveal. We're gonna get news on the Shield spinoff show. No. I think Michael Chiklis has given up on trying to get the Shield spinoff show up and going. Seriously. I would love to see a freaking Shield spinoff show. That's like the greatest show ever. Second to that is Sons of Anarchy. But, I was watching FX the other night, and they did reveal this new Alien show. That looks like it might be good and scary. I might watch that. Because, FX always makes good shows. Now for movies, I am going to predict with movies. I forgot to predict the other thing with GTA 6. I'll come back to movies in a minute. I'm predicting that GTA 6, because of how anticipated it is, if it still comes out this year, even if it comes out next year, I am predicting that GTA 6 is going to shatter the records that GTA 5 made. I think it's going to, because people have been waiting for it for over 10 years. That freaking trailer has blown up. It's like very popular on YouTube and all that. And I think the game overall is going to be better than freaking 5. Now, when I first got 5, I liked 5. I thought it was a good game and all. But the story was kind of flat, the way it ended and everything. And there was a lot of plot holes in the freaking story as well. So, a lot of freaking plot holes and all that stuff in this show or in the game. And then they focused all their attention to freaking online for over 10 years. Like, man, I was just watching a video a couple days ago about people talking about how when GTA Online first came out, it was fun and enjoyable, and then after it came out, it nothing but a grind to get all the money you need because of how expensive things are. And I hope that Rockstar fixes that with the online for GTA 6, because GTA 6 is going to have online as well. So we'll see. I'm already saying, people are already talking about, oh, GTA 6 is going to be woke, blah, 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 blah. All these people coming out, it's going to be woke, it's going to be woke. I guess because Lay's the main character, I don't know. Might be able to play naked as Lucia. I'm talking about the character Lucia being naked. Not you sitting in your bedroom being naked, or sitting in your game room or your freaking living room being naked, but like play as Lucia naked. Or if they don't, they're gonna have to find a way to get mods to where she is naked. But bunch of horde dogs out there in the world. Anyway, but now back to freaking movies. I'm predicting, and this will be stupid if it does come true, and this also goes for next year too, I'm going to predict they might cancel the Batman Part 2. It's been delayed again. You got Batman Brave and Bold coming out, but I hear that movie's also been delayed. I think that was supposed to come out next year, because I think the Batman 2 was supposed to come out this year. Got delayed to 2027. Which is ridiculous, because I just watched The Penguin, and The Penguin was pretty good. That's another show I was going to predict, a review in these next few weeks. I said, it's going to be quite a review week in the next few weeks for freaking me on YouTube. I'm going to be reviewing a lot of stuff. TV shows, and all that. Maybe even a couple movies, because I did see Kraven over the holiday. One thing I will say about Kraven, it wasn't as bad as Morbius. Morbius was, Now, the movie still wasn't good or great. Wasn't as good as Venom. But, boy. Wasn't as bad as Morbius, though. I'll say that. It wasn't freaking terrible like Morbius was. I hated freaking Morbius. That movie sucked. It should not have been made. But then again, Morbius has always been one of my least favorite Spider-Man villains anyway, so... I didn't like the Rhino in the freaking Kraven movie or nothing like that, but like I said, I'll talk more about that when I review that movie. So yeah, I'm going to predict the Batman 2 gets canceled, which is stupid and unfortunate. Why can't the Batman just be the freaking DCU Batman? That one's already established. Brave and Bold, I don't know. And if I'm not mistaken, Spider-Verse comes out next year too, so... More people's going to go see the freaking new Miles Morales movie than they are going to see the freaking Batman Brave and Bold. Honestly, I mean, yeah, Batman's got his fans, but Spider-Man does too, so I don't know. It's going to be tough for me, because, you know, I do like the freaking Spider-Verse movies. But, you know, the Batman 2, at first I wasn't keen on it, but then, or the Batman, I wasn't keen on it at first, but then I went and watched it and thought it was pretty good, so... But it's not coming out till 2027. And it's supposed to pick up where Penguin left off, so, you know. Which, like I said, I'll talk about that when I review Penguin in the next few weeks. Unreal. I was going to predict we're finally going to get an announcement about a new live-action Ninja Turtle movie. And hopefully it's going to get the bad taste of the frickin' blasted Michael Bay movies out of our mouth. Because the Michael Bay movies sucked. I like the fact they put Krang in one. I like the fact Bebop and Rocksteady was in one. But, oh boy. Yeah. Pretty lame. Also, something else I forgot to mention in the video I did. I was going to be doing a video talking about the 2003 Ninja Turtle show because I just got done watching it on Paramount. I'm going to watch the 87 show too, but they only got the first 3 seasons, so that won't be too long to get through, but I'll probably do that later on in the year. But I am going to review that. Another prediction with movies, I think we're finally going to get a hard, or a soft, rebooted Power Ranger movie coming out. If not a downright outright remake of Power Ranger movies. Let's just hope it's not as freaking bad as the last Power Ranger movie, which, you know, I did not like the 2017 movie. My favorite Power Ranger movie is still the 1995 movie, because I didn't like Zeo, because me and my family went and seen Zeo when I was a kid in the theater. I did not like, or not Zeo, Turbo. Turbo and Zeo is so similar, it's kind of hard to freaking distinguish the two. Zeo's better, Turbo sucks. That's how you distinguish it. I didn't even like the idea that they frickin' brought in Justin. But then again, I was a frickin' teenager by then. My brother and sister might have liked the idea that Justin was a Power Ranger. Because they were still kids, but I was a teenager by that point. I was like probably 13 in 95. Yeah. But, no, I was like 12. Yeah, I was 12. So I was a preteen. I didn't like that fact that, you know, that frickin' Turbo had frickin' Rocky replaced. The guy who replaced, in my opinion, the second best Ranger in Power Rangers, Jason, because number 1 is Tommy. Tommy's always going to be number 1 in my heart. And frickin' number 2 was Jason. Jason's always going to be number 2 in my heart. But they replaced Rocky, the guy that replaced the second best Power Ranger, with frickin' a little kid. Over some wimpy frickin' back injury. Oh boy. I would have preferred them just bring Jason back or bring Billy back or something, but you know, David Yost went through a lot of harassment during his Mighty Morphin run and his Zeo run. That's why he was written off the show. But, yeah. I mean, I predict we're going to get a new Power Rangers movie from Hasbro this coming year. As long as it's freaking not terrible like Turbo or the 2017 movie. Because I hated Turbo. Only thing I liked about Turbo was the villain, which ended up becoming Dark Spectre in the, or they used the same model for that monster they used for Dark Spectre in Space. So, I don't know. Oh, wait a minute, I thought they killed that thing in Turbo the movie. Apparently not. How come that thing could get a canonness in a freaking show, but freaking Ivan Ooze couldn't get canon in the show? Seriously? I would have rather seen freaking Ivan Ooze than freaking Master Vile. Master Vile was lame. Anyway. Alright. I got another TV show prediction too. This is the movie TV section of it. So I'm predicting that once Dragon Ball Daima finishes, I think it's supposed to be like a short mini-series show, so should be getting close to the end, because, you know, it looks like it's getting close to the end of it. But I'm going to predict that once that ends, we are going to find out when Dragon Ball Super is coming back. And I hope and pray that Season 2 of Dragon Ball Super is better than Season 1 of Dragon Ball Super, because Dragon Ball Super Season 2, Dragon Ball Super Season 1 was kind of lame. They used art from the movies. Then they went back to old arcs like the frickin' Red Ribbon Army and Cell and all that stuff. They went back to Frieza with the Tournament of Power. All that jibber jabber. And to me, Frieza's like probably the most overrated Dragon Ball Z villain out there. I actually like Cell better than frickin' Frieza. And then after that, I probably like Majin Buu better than Frieza. Frieza was lame. He was one-dimensional. His hatred for Saiyans, and that was pretty much it. And that he was super strong at the time. Which right now, they put Kai on the Toonami Rewind on every Friday. They have put Kai on, and they're at the point where Goku's fighting Frieza. And they just got to the point where he turned Super Saiyan for the first time. And stomps a mud hole in Frieza. I didn't want Frieza coming back at all in Dragon Ball Z. Or Super. Or any of that. I prefer to see newer villains. Something like Jiren or something like that. But they didn't make Jiren a villain. He was kind of a hero. A misled hero is what they made Jiren. He should have been a true threat. And Zamasu and frickin' Goku Black just kind of became a big disappointment in that Future Trunks arc in Super. So, hopefully Season 2 of Super will be better than Season 1, but I think it's going to come back once Daima was finished. Whether it's a movie, TV show, whatever. Could be another movie. Oh yeah. My next prediction's got to do with Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, the last arc they show kind of builds up that this next arc might be the last one, but if it isn't, I think we'll at least get one more season or two more seasons of Demon Slayer if this next arc isn't the last season of it. Which the next arc is Infinite Castle. If you watch the end of the training arc, you'll see why. But, so yeah, hopefully, so maybe the next season or the season after that'll be the last. I mean, look what they do with Attack on Titan. They ended that pretty early. It technically had 4 seasons, well, 4.5 if you count. Because, yeah, it took them forever to show us the final battle. And to find out that Eren really did go heel. At the end of that show. Alright, now we're done with TV for now. And movies and all that stuff. Let's get into toy stuff. And after toy stuff, probably pretty much be done. I don't know. Unless there's something else I want to predict about. My next prediction, starting with NECA, is that NECA Toys will finally go back to they'll take a break from the Turtle stuff. I mean, they just had the 40th anniversary last year. That's another reason why I'm going to do Turtles. But, they are finally going to go away from Turtles for a little bit. They're going to go back to some of their movies. They're going to get some movie franchises back in their line. So I'm going to predict we're going to get new Nightmare on Elm Street figures, new Friday the 13th figures, and new Halloween figures. I'm also going to predict that finally NECA is going to make Mike Harrigan, Danny Glover, Mike Harrigan from Predator 2. Might even get Gary Busey as Keys figure 2 from Predator 2. And for Predator 1, we're finally going to get Duchess Team. We're going to get Dylan. We're going to get Mac. We're going to get the guy that Jesse Ventura played. We're going to get the other two guys. One played by Shane Black, the guy that created Predator, and then the other guy, anyway. We're also going to get, what is it, Sonny? Yeah, I think his name was Sonny. I also think they're going to put out a individual Sarah Connor from Terminator 1 and 2. And then they're going to put out an individual John Connor from Terminator 2. Because the only two Terminator movies that matter, really, even though I like frickin' Genesis with frickin' Christian Bale, and if you saw my frickin' video where I got the frickin' Christian Bale Dark Knight figure with the mask off, from where he kidnaps that frickin' Japanese guy so he could take him back to the city so that Gordon and them can arrest him in the Dark Knight. If you saw my spoof where I frickin' did the voice like, I'm Batman, and that's Kyle Reese. That's Kyle Reese. That's Kyle Reese. That video got a pretty good amount of views on it. It was just a short. It was only a short, but yeah, it was a pretty funny short. And, you know, Christian Bale overdid it with the Batman voices. Hey, you know what? I might review the frickin' Dark Knight trilogy for Batman month coming up this year too. And talk about Christian Bale's over usage of the voice. But yeah, I'm predicting that's what we're gonna get from NECA Toys. Now let's go into McFarlane Toys. I'm going to predict, finally, Todd McFarlane is going to announce a Batman Returns wave. Because he's already going to do a single release of Batman 89 Batman. Which, I don't know if I'll pick it up or not, because I might wait to see if he reveals, like, later this year or early next year, if he releases a freaking Batman 89 movie set or not. He may not, but we'll see. But I'm predicting that McFarlane will finally give us that Batman Return wave we want. We got Batman Forever last year. The year before that, or maybe the year before, we got the Batman and Robin wave. I think the Batman and Robin wave came out the year before last year, so this year it's Batman Returns. Then after Batman Returns, we're going to get Batman 89 wave next year. Or later this year. Never know. So yeah, I'm predicting that. And I'm predicting, finally, Todd McFarlane, his bread and butter, might make figures of the animated series Spawn and figures of the movie Spawn. They made them a long time ago when the movie came out, but if the new movie is coming out, what better way to celebrate the new movie than bringing out figures from the old movie? Which I actually kind of like the old movie. The old movie's pretty good. I know a lot of people hate on it because of the CG and Dormammu being, or Dormammu, not Dormammu, whatever his freaking name is, Mal Bolger, Dormammu's Marvel. Mal Bolger sounding like Dr. Claw. John Leguizamo's performance, they bashed. But, hey, I thought John Leguizamo was good as the clown. He still was scary enough and intimidating enough to freaking freak me out. No. So, yeah, we're going to get old Spawn movie figures. Am I the only one requesting that, or is there more people wanting to see old Spawn movies? Let me know in the comments. If you watch this video, let me know. Do you want to see old Spawn videos? So, yeah. Old Spawn movie figures. In the 7-inch forward. If you do, let me know in the comments. Watch all the way up here till 39 minutes and something, and let me know in the comments if you want to see old Spawn movie figures. That means John Leguizamo as the clown, maybe Martin Sheen, Michael Jai White as Al Simmons, and then Michael Jai White as Spawn. I can care less about all the other characters. Wanda, I don't give a damn about. I actually cared for her more in the animated series than I did the freaking movie. She was pretty much useless in the movie. But hey, Martin Sheen was a very menacing win as well. Wanda! I would mix the Christian Bale voice with the freaking Michael Jai White Spawn voice. Wanda! Also, I'd like to see freaking McFarlane make 7-inch Batman animated series figures. The last Batman animated, now yeah, he does do the 6-inch line with those, but I want to see the 7-inch ones. I mean, he did do a Batman animated series. That was a 12-inch one. I'm not buying no 12-inch Batman figure. I don't like 12-inch figures. Never have, never will. I like them 6 or 7 inches. That's what she said. No. I'm kidding. Anyway, yeah. Batman animated series, maybe Superman animated series. I'd love to see Superman animated series and Justice League animated series figures. Maybe even Super Friends. Super Friends! Come on, man. We got the 66 Adam West figure in 7-inch form. We can get everything else too. I'd like to see more of those Adam West figures come out from the 66 show in the 7-inch scale. I'd like to see that. Alright, let's move to Mattel now. So, I'm going to predict Mattel, if they do cancel the Monday Night War line, which it sounds like they are going to make a WCW line. They're getting a lot of WCW guys signed back. They've signed back Goldberg. They got Hogan still. They'll possibly get Sting next year. I don't think he's going to be this year. Maybe this year we might see it. I don't know what Ric Flair's status is with AEW. I almost called it WCW. Well, that's what it seemed like lately. WCW 2.0 with AEW. I don't know what Ric Flair's status is, but you got Lex Luger. You got a couple other WCW guys like Vader, Sid, all that stuff that are under the umbrella. But they're gonna make it. Not only are they going to make a WCW line, they might get more ECW names signed, and they will make a ECW line, and we'll finally get the 96 to 98 ECW World Championship. Oh, you already got Rob Van Dam, and then one of the Monday Night War lines, you did put out the ECW version of Rob Van Dam, so yeah. We've seen the Sandman sign with WWE, and now he's back. Dudley Boys are back. Now, Shane Douglas is still out there. A couple other ECW guys like Sabu and that. We need Mattel figures of those ECW guys I just named. I mean, we got Sandman in that. We need a Tommy Dreamer. We need a frickin' Sabu. We need a Shane Douglas. Maybe an well, they've already made an ECW version of Terry Funk. And they need to put out more of the ECW belts. Because now that the WCW belt is finally out in figure form, even though I didn't find them today. Now that's finally out, I think they can make a couple more NWA belts. Depends on how the rights go. I know Corgan owns the NWA stuff and all that, but Cadrona's freaking using the NWA thing, and WWE did just make the freaking NWA championship from the 70s. They've also made the NWA TV title as well. So we'll see. But, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm predicting they're going to make a W. And we're finally going to get in that WCW line. We're finally going to get a pre-NWO WCW Hulk Hogan. Probably with the newly tooled big gold belt, which is the WCW version of the belt. And we'll finally get a big Papa Pump Scott Steiner from WCW. Maybe with the US title. Maybe with TV title. Maybe with the newly tooled WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah. Need to make more of those belts. It looks like I got plans because apparently the next one after the Rudes is the Luger, which comes with the newly tooled NWO belt and the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm hoping, I forgot what wave from the vault it is, but the Kevin Nash, hopefully it's coming with a retooled Wolfpack WCW Championship. We'll see how it goes with that. Anything can happen. Let's see. And I'm going to predict, this will be my last prediction because this video is close to 50 minutes. It's about almost as long as one of my playthroughs. I'm going to predict, I did say Sunday this was going to be a long video. I am going to predict Jada Toys finally gets the license of Mortal Kombat figures, and people who collect those can take their Mortal Kombat figures and their Street Fighter figures and make them fight. Now look, I know Storm has Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter under the same banner, but those friggin' figures are expensive. If Jada Toy gets the rights to Mortal Kombat figures, that would just be awesome. That would be every 90s kid's dream, to have Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. The actual ultimate battle in figure form. Closest we got was probably McFarlane Toys, but McFarlane only made Mortal Kombat figures for the newer game, which was, I think, 11. Yeah, I don't think anybody made any Mortal Kombat 1 figures. Maybe Storm will. And one more thing with NECA. NECA's going to get back to action movie figures as well. We're finally going to get Bloodsport figures. We're finally going to get some other Arnold Schwarzenegger movie figures. We're finally going to get some other Sylvester Stallone movie figures. And we're going to get a lot of the other action hero figures from the 80s and 90s in figure form. Under the umbrella of NECA. No. NECA did not have a good year last year. Let's hope 2025 is better for NECA. And I'm technically in a play for NECA because I'm an ambassador and I go to Target. I do the ambassador thing, which I'll be doing tomorrow. I might have a surprise toy hunt tomorrow. You never know, but we'll see. Anyway, that'll do it. Oh yeah, one more prediction before I go, and then I'll end this video. I don't want this video to be 50 minutes, but it's going to be close enough to 50 minutes. I'm predicting that if AEW does what I said, then AEW can get as big as WCW. But I'm also predicting that if the Colts do what they need to do for this year, they fire Gus Bradley, they fire frickin' Chris Ballard, they fire some of the players on the team on offense and defense, where they cut them, trade them, whatever. If they do that, if AEW does what I predicted earlier in the video, then AEW will get as big as WCW. If my Colts do what they did, what I predicted earlier in the video, then my Colts will be back in the playoffs. I don't know about Super Bowl yet, but we'll be back in the playoffs at least. So let's see what happens. A lot could happen. I'll be checking out Black Monday. But, I probably won't be commenting on it either way it goes. If they don't announce he's fired, if they do announce he's fired, I might mention it in the video, but next week I got reviews. And I'm going to start with Cobra Kai Season 6, Part 2. And then I'll do probably Penguin. No, I'll do Tulsa King. Tulsa King next Wednesday. This Friday, though, the playthrough I will be having will be a pinball game for Super Nintendo. It's called Behind the Mask Pinball. And then Championship Pool. I'll be playing those both in one video, and it still will be at least 50 minutes or less. But anyway, that'll do it. Please like this video. Like I said, leave a comment. Do you agree with some of the things I predicted? Do you not agree? If you don't agree, let me know. Let me know what you think the Colts are going to do. Let me know what you guys think AEW is going to do. I don't know. And you guys enjoy the rest of your new year. Happy New Year to everybody. New Year's almost over because it's already halfway through the day. So anyway, that'll do it. Catch you guys later. Peace out. I'm going to go take me a shower. Peace out.